phone mic? Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen. Share this window. Share entire screen. My God, Discord is so different. Okay, you can see my screen, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So, NeurIPS. We're talking about NeurIPS today, and just kind of giving people who are newbies an orientation to NeurIPS. NeurIPS is the Neural Information Processing Systems Conference. It's been around for 38 years now, which means it started in 80 something. It is as old as I am, which is very sad. And so this year, it's always the last conference of the year. Fun fact, NeurIPS 2022 was when ChatGPT dropped last year, at least in 2022. So that was a very fun experience to be like sort of living through, because everyone at NeurIPS in 2022 was kind of clued into NLP, and the rest of the world was not. And everyone was like, why are people so excited about this? Like, we've had this for a while. Anyway, this year, you kind of go to neurips.cc. There is a conference site. Here it is. So this is where you actually go to get the orientation. And by the way, Sam, like, this is basically for you. Anyone like actually go in. I will also talk for people who are not going, but you know, you should know. Like, I'll tell you what you should know. So there's a lot of like logistical stuff. Basically, just pick up your badges. It is a whole week usually, but usually then the days are not equally weighted. The Monday is typically like the affinity or kind of like a wash day, like for like the small little fun events like Latinx and AI, and there's like always like some art stuff going on. Like this is an identity group things going on. They moved it this year because of Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is performing here, so the whole city's booked out, so they moved everything one day.
So woman moves economies.
So my favorite fun fact about her is that she upgraded the GDP forecast of Singapore by staying too long. So that's fun. So the real day is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then there are workshop days. This year there's 2 workshop days. I don't remember how many days there were last year, but typically there's only 1 workshop day. Here there's 2. So most people come for the talks, and then they like half the audience peace out for workshops. And the people who are like kind of insiders typically say that the workshop days are the best days. The reason is the NeurIPS papers that are submitted for review and presentation and all that are typically like 6 to 12 months old, and the workshops are the opportunities to present stuff that are actually still current. So that's one thing. The other thing is that workshops are basically all mini conferences. They're all run by people who are leaders in their field. So for example, let's do the self-supervised thing. So these folks have been picked to run this track, and then they would invite speakers that they view as in demand. These are posters, not schedules. Looks like this one doesn't have a schedule yet, but there would be other schedules. Let me just. Okay, sorry. Let me go back as well. The other thing, maybe some history on NeurIPS as well. It was where attention is all you need was presented. So if you look at the original paper, you will see things like this at the side. It would say things like it's presented on the 31st NeurIPS conference in Long Beach, California. Fun fact, it was also not a spotlight paper. It did not receive honors. So there are 3 levels of honors that you can receive as a paper when you submit it. You can receive the oral session, you can receive the spotlight, and you can receive best paper. And then people who pass the test of time, I don't think it's been announced yet. Has it been? Oh yeah, it's been announced. People who pass the test of time, this is a special award because the conference has been around for 38 years. The test of time award is the best paper of the past 10 years ago at this conference. So it's a huge flex. This one happens to be the GAN paper. So like we're about to enter a golden period with the test of time award, because basically every single year we like each of these papers are like very, very foundational to what we have today. So like it's basically actually it's actually a really good idea to just read all the test of time papers because obviously they have stood the test of time. Any questions so far? I've just dumped a lot. I'm not reading the chat. Hello, chat. We good? We're good. Yeah. Okay. Should I keep going? Can I hear like something from somebody? Wait. Okay. I feel like I should take this as a sign that my audio isn't working.
Here in SF, I can drop this from.
Okay. Hi. Oh, is that Vivu?
Oh, he came out.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Was I not audible?
You were out for the whole like 5 minutes, bro.
Oh shit. Okay.
You've been out for a while.
You could not see my screen?
Nope, you couldn't hear you either.
Oh god damn it. Okay, so I should repeat everything I just said?
Yes. For like
I would recommend it.
Fine.
Loki restart.
Loki.
You said Taylor Swift.
You'll say it better the second time anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Oh god. Okay, so where do I start? Okay, so I told
Latinx events happen. That's it. There's little things people go for.
Oh, and then workshops were mini conferences.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
papers
You
are
caught
6 to 12 months old, which is like, what even was that? That was pre-Sonnet. That was what?
Yeah, pre-Sonnet. Yeah. So if you look at the schedule, you can see the 2024. There's like all these dates, right? So the conference submission dates, the papers are due May. That's when everything has to be in by May. So like everything after May is basically not considered. So yeah. Okay, so what do you need to know? Basically, there's like 3 days of content. Usually, sometimes there's 4. But basically, there's an oral session in the morning. There's always like big talk, right? Big talk. And then they also have a middle talk as well. One of these. So Fei Li's the big one here on Monday. I think we're going to be missing this because of the Latent Space Live, but all of these are recorded, which is why these are giant talks. These are like 4,000 people in one room talks. So like you never get anything apart from just you're looking at a screen. And then there's oral sessions, right? So all of these are like where people actually present stuff, and you get to talk to them. Right? So the oral sessions are considered to be honors, like they get selected to present an oral session. So these are better papers than most, right? And then afterwards, you can get to go talk to them in the poster sessions. Poster sessions have something to the order of 500 to 600 papers per session. It is a fuck ton. There's no way you can get all of them. Maybe these are thousands. I don't know how many papers are presented, but typically like hundreds. So then you have to just develop the skill of like going through and like just bookmarking. So this is literally what I do every morning. I wake up, I go through the sessions, and I look at the titles, look at the authors sometimes, and then abstract. And if they look interesting, I hate text detection, so I'll never bookmark this. But if it looks interesting, I'll just bookmark it, and then I'll have a short list at the end. And the app that they give you is pretty good at surfacing the short list, but they're not very good at recommending. They don't have any semantic search. So often you have to rely on like third-party systems. So Cerebras did one with this. Last year they also did it at EXA. So now you can rag on these things. Where's the here? Show me papers on consistency models. So typically all the rag vendors will kind of show off their tech by building these kind of custom sites, so you can just always view these. Closer, there's also other people that do embeddings of stuff. So we like to use these. Where's the tooling for these? So like obviously machine learning people like to do tooling of their sites. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I put the link. I definitely put the link somewhere. Oh,
Hey, for rag vendors posting cool stuff, is this one AI news that like condenses news? Is that one doing any cool stuff around NeurIPS?
no, we're just doing
More homework for you.
we're just doing a conference. But yeah,
Okay, that's
these
good. Yeah, no
guys
problem.
do this every year. So at some point they'll announce it 2024. I don't think I've seen it yet, so they haven't done it yet. Oh, they already did it. Oh, nice. Okay, well you can use the 2024 version. And so if like you're interested in like I don't know Whisper, you can just filter. Oh, no Whisper papers. Oh. Yeah, so you can see some diffusion stuff here, and then just kind of highlight it. Cool. What else do you want to know about how to navigate these things? I can also show you like images. So this is what a poster session looks like. So this is Hao Tian, who made Lava and now works at XAI. I interviewed him. This is Andrew Ng, also presenting another paper. This is, I have no idea, this is Jeremy Howard and us talking. What else? Shun Yu, who's also been on the podcast. This is him presenting Tree of Thought. This is Meta. The companies will typically have booths as well, and there's sort of like a booth section, and I think it's underrated to explore with them. This is Senpai. My one photo with him. This is what an oral session looks like. Basically, just like a giant, like everyone's like standing room only on the sides, and people just kind of go up and present their paper. It's a very, very polished talk, recorded. So there's really like you can skip it if you want. Part of my insight on why I'm doing the Latent Space Live is like basically this is recorded. This is recorded. Like this is recorded. Like the only stand around and talk time is basically like 11 to noon, 11 to 1. And so the rest of the time you can just skip out to do literally anything else. So so that's why like we can just hold our own side conference and it'll be interesting. So like so far I think 500 people have signed up to our event. Okay, yeah. 500.
So the poster sessions made me remind you. So that I've only ever seen that in very academic contexts. To what extent does this end up feeling like an academic conference versus an industry conference?
Like very. It's like 90% academic.
Okay, but you mentioned a lot of the folks that you mentioned were representing companies, not universities.
And that's because of my focus, right? Like I will tend to seek out the industry people.
Got it.
But literally, basically, NeurIPS is a meat market for grad students, right? Like these are all graduating PhDs, right? They are on the job market. They either want academic positions or they want to be hired by one of the big labs. So they're basically just doing this so they can be picked up by one of the big labs. So Stability will pick them up, or OpenAI, or one of the other guys. I really liked her. So she's at the end of this episode. She is not that famous, but she's a very good speaker. So I intend to invite her someday to one of the conferences that we do. I had better pictures. I didn't. I will kind of go through my photo library for that. But then it's really up to you. Like there's basically like very, very little curation in a way that you would like as an engineer. It's very oriented towards academia, right? So they have a thing on learning theory. Like I would skip the whole thing, right? Because I don't care about optimal parallelization of boosting. But if they have something on like grokking is typically useful, and like I'll just kind of like go through this and look for things that I've either heard of or like is in a domain that I know I'm interested in. Basically, this would be the only one I do, and probably I'm just going to skip the whole thing. Let's look at Thursday. This one seems interesting. Like sometimes I would just kind of like just open up the abstract and come here and see the open review. You can also see the poster. I think the open review is the best thing to see because it's basically archive but better. They have the discussions as well that you can sort of talk about, and you can see their rebuttals and all that. But typically, like I just kind of read the abstract and try to gauge my my level of interest. So really, the skill here is to very rapidly classify the stuff that is going to be interesting and useful for you. So like I have basically disregarded graph neural networks. I have basically disregarded in most of interpretability and optimization. This one, oh yeah, okay, this one I have to go. Oh God, it's on the Wednesday. So this is the Fazio paper. It's got a lot of buzz, and obviously that was an oral paper. And what else? Yeah, so it's basically like this for three days, and then workshop days are slightly different. They're more like mini conferences, and that's about it. There's a ton of stuff in the afternoon, so in the evening. So what's not on this schedule is all after parties. Typically the big labs will take Thursday, Friday, and then like the other guys will do other things on other days, and then most people leave by the weekend, so typically there's less stuff on the weekends. Yeah, sorry, I don't know if this is like enough. Oh, I can show you the startup side of things. Yeah, I have better pictures here, I think. Nope, I don't have better pictures here. Oops. Well, I'll try to do better pictures next time. Maybe I have better pictures. No, I don't have better pictures. But it's basically a lot of reading, and it's like a lot of the best papers of the year. You know, like this one. What was this? This was. Yeah, this is just more. This is more like more paper sessions, some socials. Yeah, so for example, this is the kind of dinner that will happen on the sidelines. This is where I met what would eventually become Black Forest Labs. They didn't have a name at the time, but these guys this is where you find out that like the stable diffusion team has left stability and are forming a new company. Is all these little industry chit chat dinners. That's Noam presenting his off the record reasoning talk at iClear. Yeah, so like you just get like a lot of like I guess industry alpha just from this stuff. I thought it's kind of cool. This guy we just had on, he went on to do LMSys, and now he's the guy who did style control. Like he's the stats guy for LMSys. So when you see the leaderboard, where's the LM Arena they call it? Like we literally had him on the podcast, so you can see him there. But when you see the leaderboard, you see style control. He's the guy that decides what style control means, because he's the stats guy. Like I actually recorded his whole talk. He's a very, very compelling speaker, but it's so theoretical that like I couldn't publish it, so I skipped it. Yeah. More questions? Oh, and then and so for me, the fun task is to format this into things that engineers would understand. So for me, I have to dumb it down to be like, okay, section A is on image gen, compression, and adversarial attacks. Section B is on vision. Section C is on transformers techniques. Section D is on post-transformers. But they don't present it so cleanly here, and you just have to make sense of these, because some of them will be called like the workshop of machine learning and compression. Some of these are like randomly have like super good speakers, but you have to like look at the list. I bet you one of these are, nothing jumps out at me immediately here, but like they're basically just all scattered all over the place because they don't organize things the way that you necessarily would care about as an engineer, and you kind of have to create your own schedule based on navigating this very well.
So related to that, I think a lot of folks who are engineers may have never been to an academic conference. What are the other things that are different if you've been to like some industry conferences? What else will you notice that feels weird? Like we mentioned poster sessions, organization of content is less applicable, but what else?
It's definitely low budget. I have sent around